Welcome to DM Dives. This is the second one for Total Party Konundrums, Call of Ashland. As I posted earlier in my latest video / episode, we had some technical difficulties and we lost part of the segment, so I'm just using this episode to kind of recap on what everybody did and what all happened. It's not going to be as climactic due to the fact that I don't have my players with me currently, as I am out of state. But I will do my best to get everything in detail. Where we left off, Malaire had just went into the market district, and everybody was kind of doing okay. Everybody bought a little bit of something, or just wandered around the town, or city, I guess would be the better word for it. And for lack of a better term, everybody had a very lazy day. And then evening arrived, and there was the sounds of growls and howling coming from somewhere within the city. Simon, our lizard folk druid cleric multi-classer, he was currently up on the rooftop of the city hall. During his stay there, he was just kind of chilling out when he heard these noises, and immediately he ran for cover. With a good check, he was able to go and find a small alcove within part of the decoration of the roof, and he was able to go and find a small place to stay for the evening. As I said before with my earlier DM dive, this town is very, very advanced with magic and is able to use it like we people here on Earth use electricity here in the modern day. So they have something similar to it. Not quite as advanced, but definitely somewhere around there. So he's able to get there, and not too shortly, he's invaded by two werepanthers, and they kind of just stalk him, and they corner him in, and he's able to kind of fight them off for a little bit, giving him enough time to escape. And not too far from there was Malaire, and she did the smart thing and stayed at a tavern for a little bit, and got to know the bartender a little well, got to know a little bit of what was going on, and definitely collected some information, which hopefully we'll be able to discuss here in our next episode. And then Doug, who's our new player, who's a Fluffbjorn, a very tall, bipedal dog type of creature, humanoid. If you think about, like, in the game Undertale, how there is the lesser dog in the full plate armor and, just wants all the good pets and all the affection and stuff, Doug is much like that. Again, he has an intelligence of 3, so he is literally dumber than an animated foot. But he gets attacked by a werebear, and by a faulty roll of the bear's part, he ends up getting infected with werebear lycanthropy. This is not quite known to most of the party, although I think there are 2 total that know about it, and I don't think even Doug notices it yet. We're trying to, due to the homebrew condition of what a Fluffbjorn is, I'm still working out a few of the details of, like, hybridization and a few kinks in the stat block. But again, this will be an interesting, this will definitely be an interesting obstacle for our new Pathfinder party. Seeing as that once a month, their beloved dog is suddenly going to turn into a thrashing, lawful good bear, which is going to be quite interesting, seeing him just disappear and suddenly a new orphanage, even up to building code, just arising out from what seems like nowhere. He'll definitely be an interesting new obstacle or challenge for the party. Meanwhile, along the docks where they had just recently been kicked off the boat, Keely and Durfus were both put into a predicament of boredom and spent most of their day kind of just lounging around and doing whatever. During that time, when the evening settled in, they kind of just hunkered down and didn't really feel like doing much. They put up a good fight with a one werewolf, and they were able to take it down. And they had found out that somebody had been seemingly carving runes into these animals and turning them into something that they, from what they could tell, did not want to happen. Part of that information that also supports it is when Doug fought off the werebear, a kooky old man on the side of the docks, just muttering himself while he's fishing, seems to be the sole target of a werebear, invoking its rage, but originally causes the werebear to go and attack Doug by accident. The man died, leaving behind a small stash of all the assortments of tools and a ritualistic knife, and leaving behind a similar black ooze to what was found on the continent, that both glowed the same color and, I don't know, weird luminescent black in the middle of the night that still seemed to seem darker than night itself. So they went, and after the sun rose and everything quieted down, they found out about this ritual after the pelt seemed to turn back into a mortal skin, which showed the runes in great detail. The tiefling barbarian of our party was able to decipher these runes and find out that this is definitely a mutation of some sort. They go into town looking for clues, and they eventually get curious enough to go and rile themselves up towards the slave district or a slave auction, meeting one of my characters. Her name is Silvaria Spitfire, who turns out to be Malair's bondmate. She does not often see them, but she had met them in my party's original campaign, and separated since after she had fulfilled her need with being with the party. So now she's back, and she is now helping out a very large rebel operation to free as many slaves as possible and get them off the continent, but as well as using them as potential cannon fodder to find out where these nefarious werebeasts are coming from and why they're here. So they will be teaming up with her for a little bit until, again, she gets what she needs and leaves. Probably pursuing some other philanthropic mission in her ever-growing need for adventure and fame and fortune. So, then again, that was just some recap. The next episode will hopefully be able to feature some of that battle. I don't know how much of it, but I'll definitely hopefully be enough to get you listeners back online with what all happened, and possibly some foreshadowing in the near future of what may occur. Again, I'll try to put in as much of the recovered audio as I can, and then I will see you again this coming Saturday with a brand new stash of episodes for you listeners to enjoy. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or have an idea for a potential problem or encounter for my players, please leave comments down below, and I'll make sure to get those stat blocks up as soon as I can, hopefully after I solve this technical difficulty with our new recording system. Thank you again. My name's Anna Summers, the DM of Total Party Konundrums, The Call of Ashaloon. See you guys next week.